Hi everyone, my name's Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys about my top 3 favorite series, and this was sort of hard to do, but I think I narrowed it down. So the first series I'm gonna tell you about is ZOM-B, and I would show you all the books, but there's like 12 of them. But I actually only own 10 because I couldn't find 2 of them, and you guys should know the pain of having a whole series and not having just like 1 or 2 from that series. Just you know the pain. So this is the first book in the series, and the title is actually ZOM-B. Like the rest of the books have the zombie on it, but then they have a subtitle, like this one, Zombie City. And yeah, so this is the first book in the series, and I'm gonna be honest about it. This first book isn't really original. It's sort of like every other zombie plot. The zombie outbreak starts, they're trying to survive. In this case, the setting is a school, and there's just people dying, and they're like, what the heck is going on? And then the way the book ends, though, I thought this was the last book, but no. The rest of the series kept me in suspense, kept me shook from the plot twist. I just kept turning and turning, and even this book, I really like the writing, so I was just like turning and turning. And there's even some images in the book that I really, really love. Like, I mean, you guys aren't gonna know the context of this picture, but I really, really enjoyed those too. Some of them were really creepy. And like, I can't really talk about what the series is about because seriously, it's like a spoiler. Like, everything is a spoiler in this series. Like, even who the character is kind of a spoiler in the first book. I can't talk about that. Another thing is that the main character is not nice, not perfect, is rude and a bitch, basically. And some people might not like that, but I think it was realistic. There's shitty people in this world, and the main character happens to be one, but the characterization in this series is, in my opinion, fantastic. Like, the main character keeps their personality, but they develop, they become sort of a better person. Like, there's great characterization in this series. Another thing is that it's brutal, it's gritty, it goes into details about those zombies digging into your skull, it goes into details about what the zombies look like, and just different ways people are dying around you. And it's a unique story, like not the first one, but as I said, that the rest of the story kept me in suspense. The plot twists were amazing, and I can just tell that the author, I didn't even say the author's name, Darren Shan, probably said it wrong, but he really, really thought out this series, and I can tell. I honestly feel like there's no other zombie story like this series. Maybe there is, but I don't know, like, I can't even talk about it, but it's amazing. So the next series I'm gonna talk about is Vampire Academy, and y'all, seriously, like, this is the first series that I really, 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 like, fell in love with. I told all my friends about this series, and they read it too, and they love it. It's like, it's really unique and out there. Like, I wish more people would be talking about this book. Like, nowadays, I don't really see anyone talking about it, but y'all, I love this series. So this is actually the last book in the series. I don't have the entire series. I really want to get it though, but I don't have the entire series because I read it in middle school. The whole reason I have this book is because I couldn't find it in libraries, so I had to buy it. So I'm gonna read the synopsis of the first book. Lisa Dragamore is a Moroi princess, a mortal vampire with a rare gift for harnessing the earth's magic. She must be protected at all times from the Strigoi, the fiercest vampires, the ones who never die. The powerful blend of human and vampire blood that flows through Rose Hathaway, Lisa's best friend, makes her a Domper. Rose is dedicated to a dangerous life of protecting Lisa from the Strigoi, who are hell-bent on making Lisa one of them. After 2 years of freedom, Rose and Lisa are caught and dragged back to St. Vladimir's Academy, a school for vampire royalty and their guardians-to-be, hidden in the deep forest of Montana. But inside the Iron Gates, life is even more fraught with danger, and the Strigoi are always close by. Rose and Lisa must navigate their dangerous world, confront the temptations of forbidden love, and never once let their guard down, lest the evil undead make Lisa one of them forever. Okay, so I don't know if you skipped that or not, but let me tell you why I love this series so much. So first of all, Rose, the main character. She's a badass. She's funny, she's sarcastic, she's kind. I love her. I want to be her friend. I want to meet her in real life. Like, you guys will love this main character. And the supporting characters too, I love them. They're not like flat characters. They're actually like, I feel like they're actually people, you know? Another thing is the vampires are pretty cool and unique. There's the Moroi, they're mortal, so they're basically another species. But then there's the Strigoi, they're immortal and they want to kill, they're bloodthirsty. It's just interesting, and the vampire lore is really cool too. Like the Moroi vampires, each of them have an elemental power, but I'm not gonna get into that because spoilers. And the first book is more teenage-like, so you might just be like, oh, this is generic teen book, but the second book is where it gets dark. It gets dark, things happen, my heart was broken, and it just goes on from there. There's 6 books in this series, and I love it. I don't know if you heard, but there was actually a movie for this series. I don't know when it came out, maybe like 2014, 2013. I have no idea, 2015 maybe. I have no idea, but they absolutely butchered it. It deserved better. I actually want to make a video on why this series should be like a TV show, because if the Mortal Instruments could get a TV show and the Percy Jackson can get a TV show after their terrible movies, then this series should get a TV show. Okay, so the last series is actually a trilogy that I'm going to talk about, and I don't have the physical book here with me, but it's Caraval. I probably said that wrong. Caraval. I don't know, okay? And this trilogy is by Stephanie Garber, and I know I've said this like repeatedly through this video, but I love this series, okay? So I'm just gonna read the synopsis of the series. You can skip this if you want, but here I go. Scarlet Dragna has never left the tiny island where she and her sister Tella live with their powerful and cruel father. Now Scarlet's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlet thinks her dreams of seeing Caraval, the faraway once-a-year performance where the audience participates in the show, are over. But this year, Scarlet's long-dreamt-of invitation finally arrives. With the help of a mysterious sailor, Tella whisks Scarlet away to the show. Only, as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer, Legend. It turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her first is the winner. Scarlet has been told that everything that happens during Caraval is only an elaborate performance. Nevertheless, she becomes enmeshed in a game of love, heartbreak, and magic. So the first thing I want to mention about this series is that the magic in this series or trilogy is amazing. Like, I felt like there was magic when I was reading these books. Like, oh, okay? Another thing is that I love the sisterly bond. Scarlet and Tella, the main characters, like, I love their sisterly bond. It's been a long time since I've read a series or a book that has a sibling bond that actually feels real. Because I have an older brother and they never really feel real, like, I don't know, but I love the sisterly bond. I also found myself caring for all the characters, even the villains. Stephanie Garber, the author, was just so good at making me care about each person, even the most minor characters. They were just so interesting and cool, and I'd love to read lore on them or like know more about these characters because they're so interesting. And I actually really want to reread this trilogy because it's been a while since I've read it. And I just remember after reading the third and last book, you know that feeling where you just don't want the series to end? You want to keep reading and reading. You just want to be with these characters. You want to be in this world. I had that feeling, and I really want to buy the entire trilogy set and just read it all again. So that's it for this video. Those are my top 3 favorite series. I'll have their information in the info box below if you're interested in reading about them. If you like this video, maybe give it a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.